to look at the concept on file operations. So now in this particular video, we're going to learn how to practically perform these three operations in Java. We are going to go back again to the NetBeans platform. So quickly, we're creating a project. Click on next. I want to call this file operations and click on finish. Alright, so we go to projects and then we select file operations. This is the new project we have just created, and then we select new. We click on Java class. Alright, so how should we call this class? We want to call this my file operations. You can give it any name of your choice. Now when that is done, you click on finish. Okay, so now we have our public class. What we will need to quickly create is to create the create the main method. Public static void main string square bracket args. Okay, now quickly to begin with, to be able to perform this input and an output operations in a given file, we will need to import a library. So we import the java.io library, IO for input and output, because we're going to perform a file operation. Okay, so given that, we use the PrintWriter and then we create an object for it. PrintWriter. Okay, so doing this, we have opened the file. Let's create the file. We want to call it, let's say, students.txt. Alright, why do we have this bob here? Unreported exception file. Alright, so just in case that the operation will have to get started and the file does not exist, an exception will be found. Okay, so for the code to take care of it, we can just make the environment write an exception, so then it will throw an exception here. So it throws a file's exception, and when the file is not found, there should be a feedback given to the user. Okay, that is the essence of it, to check the presence or the absence of the file, and if it is not found, it gives a feedback to the user. Okay, okay, so now on line number 15, we have opened the file. Okay, now to be able to write into the file, we will need to use the object of the class, which is output file. The object of the class is output file. So when we press on dot, it gives us access to several functions that we can use to print. Okay, so all of these ones are available. So in here we can write my first file, or let me write something a bit closer. Hello John.
It's 12 o'clock.
If you want to write again, we still use the object. Print new line. Hello, my sandwich friends. If you want to write again, you still have to use the object. File dot print new line. Glad to meet you all. All right, so let's assume that it is just these 3 lines of statement that you want to write into your file. That means that you are done writing, you are done making use of the file. The last thing you want to do is what? Guess. You want to close the file. So dot, it should be output file dot close. All right, so press on enter, and then we have closed the file. All right, so what we have done in here means that we have created a file called student, and want to write on the first line, hello John. The second line, hello my sandwich friends. Yes, actually you're my friends. And then on the last line, you should write, glad to meet you all. Am I actually glad? Yes, I am. All right, so these are the 3 lines of statement that you wanted to be written when the file student is created. Look at it very well and pay very much attention to this side. The name of the file should include the extension .txt. Okay, all right, so now over here, let's look at the yellow bulb. I should try to include resources, no problem. We'll come back to this side as we move on. So let's save, and then we run the code. You click on select main class. Build success. So where is the output? The output must be in the file. Okay, so now from project, next to it we have file. Look at where the mouse pointer is at the top left. Right, so we have project, and then we click on file. What's the name of the project we just created? We call that file operations, right? So under file operations, the name we gave to the file is students.txt. Can we see student.txt here? Yes. And we said in it should have hello John, hello my sandwich friends, glad to meet you all. So let's double click on this file and see if it has content. Voila, it has a content. So exactly as we wrote in the code, exactly same is written here. I hope this was relevant and meaningful to you. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to compile the code again with the expectation that it will add more content to it, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so build successfully. Upon that, we should have had hello John, hello my sandwich friends, glad to meet you all, once again repeated. But what happens is that when you are using the function PrintWriter, it recreates the file. It recreates the file all the time, so it overrides its content. Okay, that is the challenge that it has if you need to use just the PrintWriter. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to teach you how to be able to append data to the end of the content in the file. So then it wouldn't delete the existing content, but it will add to the existing content. Thank you.